Hello, welcome to my video about the JA37D. This is my first video on this channel, so it probably won't be that good. The JA37D is Sweden's rank 8 top tier jet at 11.7, and it can carry 6 AIM-9Ls, and it also has 368 countermeasures. And it also has a singular 30mm below and behind the cockpit. It is a delta wing, but it's more like a double delta wing because of its triangle-like shape, but it's not exactly triangle. But the double delta makes it so it doesn't bleed nearly as much speed as a conventional delta like the MiG-21. This plane is quite okay when it comes to the metal, and it carries the same armament as the F-16A in the US tech tree, but its flight performance is not nearly as good. But if you like to just shoot missiles at people sneaking up behind them, this is a fun plane to have, as you can just turn around and bleed so much speed that you can just let the enemy overshoot and then shoot a 9L at them and then they die. Because it completely ignores all of the flares that you shoot. There will be an example at the end of this video. So right now I'm being locked and I see the F-16 locking me and I try and dodge, and the F-16 just flies right past me to shoot at that F-14, and he eventually, just then, gets some bullets into the F-14. Then I launch a 9L at him and it goes straight for his flares. And I shoot another 9L at him, and he doesn't flare for whatever reason, and just takes a missile to the face. And then I'm just flying around aimlessly looking for more planes to find, and then I spot that F-16 in the distance, way out in front of me, but at the moment he's just climbing straight up. And I'm about to shoot a missile at him, but then I see that F-14's missile go straight for that F-16 and kill it. Then I'm getting locked again by that Mirage, and I dodge his missile. It is a Mirage F1, so it's not the best, not compared to the Mirage 2000. And the Mirage F1 just goes straight past. Then I start flying over to the Mirage, and I see that my fuel is on 4 minutes, so I cut my burner and just let the dry thrust take me all the way to the Mirage, who I am gaining on actually, because he is trying to dodge that F-14 behind him, and he's attempting to shoot at the F-14 in front of him. He successfully dodges all that F-14's attacks and manages to spray down that F-14 in front of him. And then my friendly F-14 completely overshoots, and I try and lock him with my missile, with my 9L, and it locks onto the sun, and then all of his flares, so I don't launch it. And then I try and shoot him, and miss because of potato aim. I'm not very good at shooting the tracerless belts of this gun, obviously, Then I try and lock him with the 9L and see he's close enough to just be shot. And then he just dies after a lot of spraying. Then I start flying back to base with like 60% throttle to conserve fuel. And then I get back to base and come back, and I just look around for a while and see a tornado who killed the last F4J in my team. Launch a 9L at him, but it goes for his 9L. And then he engages in a dogfight, and my pilot is not that good, so he keeps blacking out. But I manage to turn in on him and go over the top of his guns, and then go around, and then just follow where he was going, and then turn over the top. And then he realizes very late that he is in a bad position, because I try and gun at him and miss. And then I launch a 9L at him, and it goes for his flares, but it goes straight through them and then hits him. And that's the end of the video, I guess.